he's still around.
Or who's still around?
Tab.
Oh yeah, they're still around. And we just went live, so that was weird. So press any button. Where's the any button? Yeah. So, hi everybody. We are playing Like a Dragon, which is... Still need to turn this down. Stupid mic pickup. Which is the renamed version of Yakuza, which they did because Yakuza Like a Dragon, aka Yakuza 7, was their transition point on the name scheme.
Yeah. This is Isshin. This takes place during, I believe, the Sengoku period?
1800s.
Yeah.
So...
I think it's more restoration.
Yeah, restoration period.
The restoration period.
It's actually a remake, a slight remake of...
Late and PS2 game, or PS3 game.
Yep. So, new game?
New game.
Normal.
Yeah, Ryuga Kotoku Isshin, originally released in PlayStation 3 in 2014. Yeah, late and PS3. Like, a game that probably should have had a cross-port to the PS4, quite frankly.
I think actually Ryuga Gotoku, like, does translate to Like a Dragon.
It does.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they decided like, Yakuza was just the English localization.
It was.
So
I looked this up. It was to do it more accessibly because Ryuga Like a Dragon was a Yakuza film reference to begin with, and that's how this all started, and that's kind of why, I'm forgetting the guy's name, but the
Cosmo Kiryu?
No, the director.
Oh.
That one director did the live action movie, which I have a review of coming up later in the year. Takashi Miike, yes. Why do I keep forget people like that off the top of my head? Hey, hi Majima.
No, that's not Majima. That's Okita Soji.
Oh, so he's that asshole. Yeah, they're Shinsengumi. So, yeah, this is set in the Bakumatsu period, 1853 to 1867 of the late Edo period. Basically, same period that Rurouni Kenshin's backstory is set in, for those who don't know. So, it's definitely during the Meiji Revolution. Because there's always one crazy guy. So, of course, they'd be the Majima equivalent.
Majima being Okita Soji is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Especially since, unfortunately, the most popular version of Okita Soji comes from the Fate series.
I'm probably gonna see, after this cutscene, to check to see what the, if there is an English dub.
No, there isn't.
There isn't. Never mind. And yes, all the characters in this are based off pre-existing versions from the Yakuza series.
Yeah, the character models. So it's like it's a pseudo self-insert because they're not really inserting their individual selves, but the character proxies.
Yeah. Blurp.
I'm full of red jam.
You left the ketchup out. Are we sure Majima is not just a Highlander? Yeah. I mean, otherwise he would have regenerated the eye. Unless he lost the eye before he became immortal. Then I'm not sure if that regenerates or not. I don't remember there ever being a one-eyed Highlander in the Highlander series. And yes, I did watch some of the Adrian Paul TV series, so it's not, my knowledge is not just from the movies. Now, do you know where there is the legendary Hitokiri Batosai?
わずか数年前、この国は徳川幕府による絶対的な支配が300年にわたって続いていた。だが、
Phantom 666. Guess you didn't have the high ground.
Hey, knock knock, guess who? It's America.
強大な文明力を持った異国に対し幕府は抗う術を持たなかったのである
Yes, the technological might of a cannon.
To be fair, like, cannons for, like, it wasn't just cannons.
It's like Japan was not known for naval warfare,
Yeah.
so that's why they would have been lacking at the time.
日本は再び軍友割拠の乱世に飲み込まれようとしていた
Like the most they had were really just fishing vessels and vessels that could go to outreaching islands.
Yes, this is like a historical drama.
Which I'm completely fine with that setup.
I should also say this. The Yakuza series has pretty much become my favorite RPG series of all time.
Like, it waffles on its definition as RPG and open world.
I would say...
But, yeah, I can see why that'd be.
I would classify the Yakuza series as a RPG light. Like, whatever you want to call the Yakuza series, it, like, has carved out a niche for itself ever since the Kiwami game, Yakuza 0, and it's like the amount of growth the franchise has had over the last several years is crazy.
It's everything Shenmue ended up not being.
Pretty much. Like, it really is actually a good counterpoint for, like, why Shenmue is not a good game. Because everything Shenmue tries to do, these games do, like, 10 times better and then some.
Shenmue tries to... ironically, Shenmue ends up trying to be one of those games that wants to eat your life. You know, all the... monetization, not exactly monetization scheme-wise, but because it takes you forever to fucking do anything.
And while these games have, like, their grindy moments, like, there's definitely, like, some time sinks in these games, like, they're nowhere near as bad as, like, other stuff is.
Yep.
Yeah. Heck, the fact that even when it comes to gambling mechanics, there's, like, in-game cheat items that you can earn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you can either play the game normally or you can, like, cheat your way. It doesn't, like, call you bad one way or the other.
Yeah. I was trying to find a good example of what Takaya Kuroda has been outside of Kazuma, but honestly, Kazuma Kiryu and his XPs in the side games are basically his longest continuous credit.
Yep.
Or his biggest continuous credit. For most other things, as far as I'm reading, except for like series I'm not that familiar with, he's mainly been a one-off guest or side character. Oh, okay, I should take that back. His other biggest, most infamous role is Transformer Cybertron's incarnation of Starscream.
So,
and past that, it's the character Yaiba from Go-Go Sentai Bokenger.
So, anyways...
Yaiba being the blue samurai one from the ninja faction.
It's been a year since I last saw Tosa. I wonder if everyone's doing alright. I should see how the town's holding up.
He went Ronin.
Yeah.
Bota and Shadow from Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, he was Boda?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Risotto, Nero, and Eyes of Heaven. Or
he was Nero?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good casting for Eyes of Heaven, yeah.
Yeah. Barbaric Officer Chirakazuki in Gokaiger. Debo Honeuki in Kyoryuger. Void Mute 5886 from Drive Saga Mach and Heart.
Joey Nakawa in the chat says he thinks he's also Sullivan in the Iruma-kun.
Dialing it back. If he is, his Wikipedia page has not been... Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, I completely looked past that. Good catch there. Yeah, Sullivan is hilarious in that series. Like, we've been really liking Iruma-kun.
So, yeah.
I swear, if they're not moving to hooking up Iruma and Amari later in the story, I will be pissed by all of the all the events that have turned into false flags retroactively.
False flags, damn you! They're just really good friends. Smack.
Make sure
Yeah.
to speak up.
Alright,
Yep, you need to project a bit more, but you're not doing too badly so far.
gotcha.
What are your thoughts on Onimusha Tactics? Never played it. I think that's the mobile game.
Ah, yes.
Oh no, that's the JBA one. I never found a copy of that. I actually forget this exists.
Aww.
What about the moments with Iruma and Clara? What about the moments of Iruma and Clara?
I'm a doctor. I'll take a look. Oh,
Like, from everything I've seen, Iruma is generally oblivious to Clara's affections because Clara is generally self-motivated. Like, she wants it for her... She wants things because she wants them, not because she is caring towards the other person. It's a open contrast between the two that, like, she wants to do... Amri wants to do things with Iruma, versus Clara, who wants things that involve Iruma. Or I'm explaining this poorly.
Yeah,
but it's
you
like
are.
it's self-motivated versus motivated by well-being of the other. Like selfish love versus selfless love. And for Clara, I keep seeing things all put in the context of her wanting to play and get things for herself. Kind of like how she started out. Basically, I haven't seen a lot of character growth out of everything I've seen of the series regarding that.
Aw. This poor girl.
But yeah, Clara kind of fits the sister category more than the paramour category.
She really does.
Kind of like how, like, Lead comes off as a better best friend than Clara or Asmodeus does.
And
DJ Togu plus Amari is stunning like Mocha Ayakashi 2.0. Kind of, yeah. Then again, Saori Hayami has been playing waifu material for a while, since she's also Yor in Spy Family. Like, she got her... Saori Hayami, if you look up her credits for last year, she was double and triple timing her voice roles a lot last year.
he's also... Oh,
Dudes, you guys are jerks.
Jason Best, does anyone imagine a Japan version of Robin Hood? That's Goemon Ishikawa.
4年前この土佐藩の合司のところに嫁ぎました。でも土佐はおかしい。王子なら武士は人を助け、こういう時には誰よりも親切にしてくれたというのに、同じ人間なのにどうして？女子様のお通りはこの子の命より重いんですか
I'm sorry, what?
上司の嫁風情が何を抜かす。そうじゃ。土佐では上司が絶対。わしらに逆らうことなど許されんのじゃ。
Ooh!
One punch.
And punch.
土佐はいちいち俺を苛立たせる。
何者でよ恩師。
土佐藩合司坂本龍馬。
You see that face? That's a face you could trust.
合司の分際で恩師や。
Seriously, his face is so chiseled you can like use it to carve
俺は
stone.
根っからの土佐人だ。上司連中の少年は知り尽くしている。こいつらにはいくら道理を解いても通用しない。
うんしゃあ。
こうするしかねえんだよ。その子の命を助けたいのならな。
ありがとうございます。
こう進行時がどうなるか分かっちゅうがか。
Bro, you really think you have a chance?
Like, Ryoma Sakamoto is playing acting as Hajime Saito.
間違って殺し
Hajime freaking Saito.
仕返しにこの町ごと焼け払われかねないか
He doesn't need a sword to beat your ass.
ら。後で
DJ Toku, you could cut meat with that chin.
Yeah, you could.
Really could.
Like, my
I mean,
god.
you need to shave it first, but
供養を受けさせて
No, that's for that's the tenderizer.
かかってこい。ぬるま湯
maybe
探しのお前
would you want the meat to be
で
flayed?
も教えてやる。
Here we go.
Oh, what's this? We're beating on some corrupt fools. Tosa Joshi. Punch. Owie! Wait. Marvelous, spotless takedown. Solid.
Snake?
Oh, snap! We
Snake?
got rankings now.
Snake!
John, I'm expecting some stylish combos from you.
I will do my best.
And if you fail me, then I'm disowning you.
You don't know me.
That you know.
間に合ってしもうたちや。あの兄ちゃん。
答えだ。
QB stand. JoJo Lands looks great.
Yes, I'm actually really excited for the JoJo lands, cause like the main JoJo is a menace. I love it.
だったらどうなるかなんてことは
So Joshi and Goshi. What are those terms mean?
とな。
You probably can pull it up in the listing.
I think also this game has an in-game like glossary, so
Yeah.
So like when the time comes, you'll be able to look up like what those terms actually mean.
Yeah, because the first result from Google says Ukigoshi consists of wrapping an arm around the opponent, grasping the back of his belt from above, and then rotating your hip to throw him down. I'm pretty sure that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah, judo throw, Colt from Danganronpa.
Guess it's a samurai range.
Yeah, here it's like it's on the second page. Historical terminology referring to samurai hierarchy that existed during the Edo period. Though it's difficult to establish a common definition, because actual rank and method of rule differ depending between the Bakufu shogunates and each clan. In a general sense, the term Goshi came to refer to lower-ranking samurai residing in rural villages. So Joshi are probably larger city samurai higher up in the hierarchy.
上司に手を挙げれば全て終わり。お前に待っているのは死罪。恨むなら。
Yeah, also, some people need to recognize that with a lot of Japanese fiction, it's less rooted in overt racism. It's more rooted in criticism against caste systems. But caste systems are what grew into modern racism once a lot of caste systems collapsed. Or I should say, formal caste systems collapsed to try and keep the spirits of the class segregation alive. So sometimes if you think something... I'm not saying that racism does not exist. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sometimes in fiction, there is a hard distinction for them. What's the thoughts on Paradox Suicune and Virizion? I just tried to get Iron Leaves this morning, and oh god, that's a hard raid battle to do.
I need to do that myself.
You need to get past the 0 area first before it'll allow you to even do them.
Oh, I'm going to do that tonight.
Yeah. And when you're ready to do that, we will raid Battle Partner because we cannot get Walking Wake without a copy of Scarlet.
Yep.
Or rather, I can't, because Alexis got one already from Friend Raid.
Mm-hmm. Yoshida Toyo.
That mustache. Voiced by Unsho Ishizuka. That's known as Professor Oak.
Yeah.
Now tell me, are you
Also-
a boy or a girl?
Also was Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop and the 4th Japanese actor for Heihachi Mishima. You may also know him as Mr. Satan.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
And of course, how can we forget? Oh my god! Joseph Joestar.
ということだ。覚悟せい、坂本龍馬。いや、我が息子よ。
Eh?
それにしても、ずいぶん丹念に痛めつけられたものだな。おやっさん、ほれ。何も言うな。今他の老番に見つかったらことが台無しだ。今すぐ着替えてここを出ろ。でもどうやって？心配ない。出口まで人払いしてやる。だが短い時間だ。急げ。あ。詳しい話は後だ。お前はここを出たら町で腹ごしらえでもして、その後隠れ家に来い。隠れ家。忘れたのか。
Oh, you see that options?
わしたちが何年も暮らした塾のことを。江戸の一年ってな、ずいぶん長いらしい。
Yeah, they added that glossary option because there will be some terms that they couldn't like.
There are generally no ways to translate them. There's no English equivalent.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm really glad that they did.
Like, for a lot of Japanese terms, I brought this up in the Symphogear video, there is no perfect single definition. Sometimes the best definition ends up being an idiom. If you want to actually hard translate the term instead of just romanizing it. But even then, romanization can get screwed up because of a lack of understanding of kanji versus katakana.
Yep, this is Tosa.
No, I don't.
I have nothing to be ashamed of! Every day I am inside these pots here.
But why? Oh, that's fair.
So this is the guy that puts the stuff in pots that I find when I smash them. Oh, well, that's...
Okay, Mr. Weirdo.
Thank you.
Jonathan Johnson, to beat Iron Leaves, you just use King Gambit or Ceruledge with the Mirror Herb and Sword Dance. Honestly, that was my strategy, so it's just a matter of level difference at this point.
Yep. Oh, I had my Ceruledge, Ethel just like Ghost Claw it.
I'm trying to actually evolve a King Gambit right now. The problem is I have no fucking time. Like, this entire weekend, I was supposed to be writing shit to actually stay on schedule with what I need to have done. I have not written at all this entire goddamn weekend because I needed to rebuild my fucking set after we did all the, after I had to pack things away to get the windows replaced. And it's like, I finally got it nearly perfect in there, bar Gao Kentaros, whose wings I still need to fix because they're not adhering back, the parts aren't adhering back together correctly. But once that's up, it will be complete again. Yeah, it's been insufferable because what I'm supposed to be writing now was supposed to be what I was writing a full year ago, only for me to run into all the computer issues that have made this entire production year basically a filler year. Like, I have enough stuff to fill the filler year, give or take whether ShowPro will take down the Rock Band videos, but it's still annoying that I had to. I was so short on time that I legitimately could not have done what I wanted to do this year. At the very least, I only need to record like 2 things to have the material I need for the next, for 2025. Or footage gather, I should phrase it as. But it's still insufferable that I've hit such a wall and blockade of delays. Not that I don't appreciate actually doing the weekly streams. I think that helps get me out of my head and makes me less grumpy for at least doing something. Especially with the rotation with John and Alexis. But it's just like, I have things I want to do, and I keep being denied the possibility of getting to them.
Oh, there's a pot back there.
DJ Toku, you know why Ryoma's the protag? He's the one without the samurai haircut that makes me laugh. Oh yeah, the bald top knots. I don't get that.
John, no, that first guy you talked to.
Oh, I see.
Can you run?
All right, pot manju.
Where'd you get that? From the pot.
The magical
excuse
pot.
me? Oh yeah, you see, I have some pots, right? I have some pot right here. Excuse me?
Have you not heard this guy's name was Sakamoto?
Well, we are about to have a very kick-ass fight scene, I presume.
Ronin. Oh.
Teaching you the mechanics. Fist, sword, gun, sword and gun.
Extra evade. Yep. Brawler. A style for the brave or the desperate. Parry attacks from all directions and utilize ancient martial arts or objects in the environment to punish your enemies. Press L1 to parry. I think parrying will be very important.
Oh, it's definitely going to be important.
Bloody!
Break up!
Godly!
Joey Nakao, I would find it funny if the top knot is just like a powdered wig with it being a bald cap. They actually, here's the thing, that was actually a style. There would be a plate that would conform to the head that would be locked in place by the top knot. So that was something that was done, I'm not sure if in this era, but at some point in Japanese history as a style.
Abilities. Brawler, swordsman, gunman, wild dancer. More help.
Oh no, it's the sphere grid with discs.
Nah, we'll be fine.
I actually didn't mind the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. I thought that was a good system.
Yep, we got no more extra abilities.
What's worse, top knots or powdered wigs? Powdered wigs, I mean, you have to put them on. With top knots, you just need to, like, tie your hair up. And assuming it's long enough to support that. And really, I think it's not because there was a popular style in Japan, not because, like, they didn't have scissors, because they did, but it's more like you could be out in the wild for a while at times, traveling, and you just sometimes could not get to a hairstylist.
Is something wrong?
Sometimes it's just easier to tie your hair back than worry, oh wait, is it too long for battle? At least that's my logic. Sometimes it was just the style at the time.
It was the style at the time! And then, back in my day, we had these guidebooks full of magical numbers and we input it into the big bleep bloop boxes to unlock special powers.
We used to have books that told us everything that we needed to do. They don't sell them anymore. Why don't they sell them anymore?
Internet.
Yes, I know guides created by fans that sometimes are more detailed than the actual fucking guidebooks, undercutting their financial viability, but I still like the physical books.
Oh snap! Oh, we got ourselves a fishmonger.
Common octopus? This engenders the idea of uncommon octopus.
Like the blue-ringed octopus.
Nay, even rare octopi.
What about the giant squid?
What about the giant squid?
Well, giant squids are deadly.
Fish prefer seafood. I can
You can hold up to 999 fishes of each kind. So what are you doing? Is Ryoma Sakamoto just running around with like a sack full of fish?
How's he gonna resell all that? How's he gonna eat it before it goes bad?
He's gonna keep it preserved through the sheer power of his manliness.
Shochu.
Platter dish, thief's porridge. Don't spend all your money, man.
Just trying them out.
John, speak up.
I'm just trying them out. I want to try out all of this stuff.
Also, you're slightly drunk now.
They pretty damn good.
Project.
I'm fine. You're projecting.
You're a projector. No, you're a school projector, John.
Now, where is the school?
Maybe check the map?
There's probably, like, yes, that upper section you haven't visited.
Yep,
Or
I'll
that-
check there.
I'm assuming the colored ones are where you've been before or
Or
indicate
I think
shops.
there's shops.
Yeah, there's shops. I think the
Just a,
fish market, restaurant.
it's,
Yeah.
It's a typical RPG. Ask around and you'll find out.
Yep.
Stay a while and listen.
The Jizo statue.
Ah, yes, the Jizos.
The god of travelers. Or the god that would watch over travelers when they needed it. There's actually a very, very good story from the really awesome comic Usagi Yojimbo. If you haven't read that comic, read it. It's really freaking awesome. About a woman who carves a Jizo statue to protect travelers on a highway after her son is killed by bandits. And then, like, the whole thing is told from the Jizo's perspective. And, the mother's daughter is fine. That's great. Now, basically, like, the main character Usagi kills the bandits, and the Jizo statue, seeing justice done, smiles at the end.
Mm.
Darn
You probably haven't asked around enough.
Yeah.
Just
お兄さん調子はどうです
pull up the map again. It looks like there's like a back road or something. You see that down at the bottom?
Yeah, there's an alleyway behind those shops.
I'll check there.
いろいろそろえちゃきね
Here we go.
Alley pot. I found a worm.
Now I will be able to catch a bird.
It would be funny if this is actually where the school is.
Charcoal. Oh, there it is.
I'm psychic.
Yep.
You're not psychic. Hey, look at Charlotte's Web. That's some samurai.
高知城で格式ばった連中と飲む酒はまずくてな。酒はここで飲むに限る。おやっさん。どうだ、龍馬。傷にしみるかもしれんが、数年ぶりに飲まないか。
Seriously, that stash, like that is a mustache.
しかし、せっかく江戸にまで出してやったのにな。剣の修行じゃ少年は鍛えられなかったか。土佐に帰るなり上司と喧嘩とは。まったく相変わらずだ、お前さんは。
相変わらずなのは土佐の上司たちの方さ。江戸行って分かったが、土佐の階級意識の強さは異常だ。
どうやら修行の成果はあったようだな。
しかし、
Training? Yes, you're training to be like a dragon.
お前を逃が
Dragon, rock the dragon.
No, none of that. Shame on you.
I have no shame.
That is plainly obvious.
罪人を逃したと知れりゃ、下から足を引っ張る連中も出てくる。
土佐のお偉い老人たちのことか。だが問題ない。さっきの老番は白札合子だ。面倒を起こしはしない。
どういうことだ。
白札は合子と上司の中間。つまりわしとお前の間の身分だ。何かあればすぐ合子に格を落とされる。それがあの老番の。
Basically, if he says, "Oh, this guy escaped," then he'll be on the hook for it.
大した度胸もねえさ。
そういうもんか。
ああ。お前みたいに後先考えねえで上司に対しても逆らえるやつの方が。
You're a loose cannon samurai who doesn't play by the rules.
国を預かる賛成としてはな。しかしこの場所も古くなっちまったな。
ああ。だが、俺にとっては自分の家も同然だ。
I mean, the mold's only like slightly toxic.
もう10年以上経つから。
ああ。
上司に身内を殺され、行く当てを失った子供たち。お前もその一人だった。
Oh, he's his adoptive father?
Yeah, adopted father.
Yeah.
So I would say more surrogate.
Yeah.
You know, echoing the early Yakuza story.
犯には内緒でな。
俺は今でも不思議に思う。どうしておやっさんは上司でありながらあんなことをしたんだ。
さあ、どうしてだろうな。だが一つ言えるのは、わしは
Oh yeah, that's right. Jonathan Johnson in the chat. 3 weeks left before Ash is gone for good.
And 3 weeks to confirm whether or not he's been dead the entire time.
Or has this all been just one giant Tommy Westfall hallucination?
Coma, yeah. They're probably not going to go that way, but it'd be hilarious if they confirmed that of all theories.
Ash, you're finally awake. It's been 50 years. Wait. There I went on so many adventures. There was an electric rodent, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
And why does that Pikachu have a cat?
Yarr! I be a captain now.
武士も農民も商人も女も子供も全ては同じ人間差なんてねえんだ
He's speaking some wise words of wisdom. How long does it take? It's gonna take for him to die?
So, oh yeah.
What's this? A good soul in a corrupt world? Kill him.
DJ Toku, hey, this is the Kenshin guy. I have a question. How do you think Kenshin would do in One Piece, starting in East Blue and working his way up? It depends on whether Kenshin would rescale to the One Piece setting's insane power tier scaling, because Kenshin is still believably human. It's just the techniques he employs and the level of training his body is under that allows him to do seemingly superhuman feats. Most of the Rurouni Kenshin manga is pretty much grounded in that idea of just on the verge of superhuman, but in the realm of plausibility. Versus One Piece, which is completely different world, superhuman powers, and recently revealed to actually be a post-apocalyptic Earth, where super science is what made so much of the seeming magic of the setting plausible. It's like, you know, sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's hard to see it converging the right way unless you upscale Kenshin's power tier and then it becomes all skill and technique, which is not One Piece's.
But if we were to talk about scaling, I think he would get as far as Rogue Town at the very least.
I'd say he'd be equivalent to a Wano Samurai, to be honest, if we're rescaling for One Piece's relative power tier, but he's more skill-based than strength-based.
Mm-hmm.
お前が留守にしている間、あいつには重大な仕事をしてもらった。
仕事？
ああ。
Yeah, it's the one thing that's annoying about versus debates in that you have to take, not even factoring the death battle stuff, you have to factor relative power tier scaling, where someone might be the most unbeatable in one series, but not scale well into another setting's climate. Kind of like the Superman versus Goku debate, like, they're, quote-unquote, the strongest of their setting, but they don't cross over well just simply due to how weird and improperly calculable the power tier scaling of DC stuff is.
Well, like, Death Battle did cover that twice, and they came to the conclusion that Superman would win both times, but, like, the point of their characters isn't that one guy would beat up the other guy. It's Superman's the ideal, whereas Goku is the, like, the guy who's always trying to make himself better. You know
One who strives to be better, yes. And that was the point I was trying to get across. It's like, they don't compare well. Mm-hmm. There are series that just don't compare well.
Although then there's some matchups where, like, the power scaling is relativistic to each other, and who would beat another person in a fight. It comes down to, like, the minutia things.
Yeah. DJ Toku, so he's a Brook rather than a Zoro. Yes.
That would make sense.
Like, you have to remember in Rurouni Kenshin canon, he does not have the physical capability to withstand the force of his own attacks because he doesn't have the muscle mass his master built up.
Yeah, versus debates can be fun if you're doing it in the spirit of, like, trying to figure out how a series is, like, power trees and stuff work, you know. Oh, sweet, another worm. Heck yeah.
Now you need to find a bird to feed them to.
Are you saying that the bird is the word?
No, I'm saying that the bird is the worm.
I'm a bad, and the bird is the word.
Ew.
Yep, to the mansion. Yep. Follow the signs.
He saw the signs. He opened up his eyes and saw the signs.
Where are you going?
Oh, I thought the lady was talking to me.
No,
No.
they're just greeting you. DJ Toku, would Zoro be a good fit for the Hiten style then? Honestly, I want to say no, because Zoro is not a style-specific swordsman, if that makes sense. Like, he has the sword style of wielding 3 swords, but it's not a formal style, it's a manner of combat.
Like the thing with Zoro, you gotta understand is that the guy is skilled, but like that guy is stupid strong. Like,
yeah, it's like he has skills, like but they're individual capabilities that aren't quite a cohesive style.
He's more of a brawler swordsman than a skill-based swordsman. Like,
yes,
he's a fighter that, honestly, in the D&D world, he would be a fighter.
Like, when you think of style swordsman, you think of specific movements that, or a style skill-based swordsman, you think of a specific pattern of movement that are supposed to be chained together like katas, whereas Zoro does not think in the form of specific movements outside of a special technique, so it's not like he's chaining together a specific set of techniques to create or a specific set of movements to create the opening to the attack he wants, especially since a lot of sword styles, it's like one clash where you don't connect or you break the other sword and it's over.
sword style.
Yay!
It's like right here, one person with their sword held in a downward strike versus the overhand strike of Ryoma. Zoro's not like that. He doesn't really start from those kinds of concepts where he sticks to one style as his usual dynamic. He pulls out the swords as he needs to.
L1 to guard.
I've always found the overhead striking move just way too open.
But yeah, I don't think a formal structured style really works with Zoro, and for the most part in just One Piece in general. Like, obvious exceptions being those like Brook.
Whole triangle during a square combo. So it's like a strong strike. There we go.
Actually, I think I was describing it badly the entire time. Technique. Zoro has developed skill with the sword, but not technique.
Technique! Technique!
Whereas Brook is the more technical of the swordsmen. Like, I hate when I forget to use the better word in just casual conversation.
We're sorry!
Oh, East? I thought you meant Weast.
Diane Weast? Alright, now let's build up the swordsman.
Only 1 point.
Eh,
It's early game.
yeah.
Goldengo is a pain to get. Yes. That'll probably be the last one I get for this gen, simply because I'm not playing it that much, because other priorities.
He's waiting for you. Darn it. I like turning people away.
Dude, put on a shirt.
No.
You missed. How did you miss? You just shot these pots. Seriously, couldn't they have just built a simple wooden target?
Takeshi Hanpeta.
Katsunori Takahashi is the voice actor.
Look at that guy's abs. Look at him. Whoa.
Mainly a live drum actor. Probably best known for New Battles Without Honor or Humanity. Yeah, this is his only video game role. Or just general non-live action. It looks like he was recast with...
Oh, damn, look at that scar on his back. That's a burn.
Yeah. I just walked in and got the job.
Lucky.
DJ Toku, as cool as the katanas are there any types of swords you'd prefer to have? Me, I'd go with a saber or a rapier.
I mean, I do own a Sakabato, so I'm kind of biased. I get the saber or rapier, though, because the handguards. Even though it kind of limits freedom of movement a bit. But you can train to figure that out.
For me, Claymore? Yeah, Claymore. Basically, big sword, smash hard.
And once you plant on the ground, it becomes a mine.
Oh, that would be cool for a sword power. Like, you stab it in the ground and that creates, like, a mine.
Yeah. It's like, proximity mines, especially, like... Actually, wasn't there an sword that caused an explosion on impact in Wraith Master?
Yes, that was the second sword explosion.
I've not seen Wraith Master since it aired on Toonami, so, like, that's kind of telling how impactful it is. Kind of wish that Discotheque would pick that one up, though.
Same here. I would watch the shit out of that.
And I know it's an incomplete series versus the manga, but at least it's something.
Like, honestly, Wraith Master would be up in that alley that Discotheque would rescue, because it's like...
Actually, considering how successful Fairy Tail was, and that was the same creator, I'm surprised that one hasn't gone up for a readaptation.
Yeah.
Like, Soul Eater's getting one, Shaman King had one, Fullmetal Alchemist had Brotherhood. Regardless of how they, those series, like, sped through the stuff that was fine in the original adaptation.
Like, honestly, I would just love for Rave Master to get, like, recollected or something like that, because that was, like, a childhood manga of mine.
I like that series, and it was one of Yuri Lowenthal's first forays into voice acting.
I've never read or seen it.
It was fun.
Yeah. Like, I will admit that my modern view of Hiro Mashima is just that he just tends to draw the same thing, like his, at least as far as his different series are concerned.
He has a distinctive art style, and he kind of blends together to you. That's fair.
That it
I
kind
mean,
of does.
like later series, definitely you get that, but like, I would hesitate to call him a bad artist because of that. Like, I feel like a truly, like, at least the guy has a style to him. You want to,
like, you can say that to some extent, that outside of body proportions, a lot of Goda's, Eiichiro Oda's
women are
no, not faces.
Yeah,
like, he has a bit of the same problem.
Yeah,
and you see it a bit in My Hero Academia as well.
Yeah, like.
Change? You got change?
So basically, let's form a group that will like make these Tosa people like quick in their boots. Yeah, you learn the way of the sword and me, academics and politics. It's all for this.
His plan was great. Yeah. Again, this is what I was talking about before with Zoro versus Brook versus Kenshin.
Yeah. Yes, the mighty gun.
I'm gonna fight God with guts of this gun I found.
Yeah, he wants to tear the class system apart.
Radical! He wants change!
But even though I do that, people will never truly be equal.
Yeah.
There will always be those with talent and those without.
And? Just because they're talented in one thing doesn't mean they're not talented in something else. Revolution! Plus, you know, the other thing about guns is you only have so many shots before you run out. Versus a sword, as long as you keep it good, you can cut many more people. DJ Toku, I get that, but I don't think it's all that bad if the characters are distinct enough that faces are not that much of an issue. Faces and body types, but I agree. I don't mind art style as much as others do. As long as it looks aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, and like, I think
Or the story is good enough. Like, all of one's manga with One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100. Yes, it needed to be redrawn, but it got redrawn by Yusuke Moroto because the storytelling itself exceeded the limitations of one's original artwork.
and even then the original artwork like has a charm to it, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's like he's bad with body proportions, but the attempts at actual storytelling with that art were still more than functional.
yeah, like I mean
Like, it's webcomic art. You're there because the story is that good, and sometimes the artist evolves enough that it more than outweighs the early story detractions. Like, I followed a couple webcomics that have been going on for 20 years, and if you go back to the original stuff, the style evolution of them is astounding.
I've been reading a lot of webtoons where artists are like just much have just like gone so far beyond where they started, and it is pretty cool to see, pretty good to see that.
私はカツオが大量やき。
おお、坂本。わしじゃ、柴田よし。またの。
ah.
どうも。いらっしゃいませ。
Yeah, don't spend all your money in one place.
You can only beat up so many thugs.
ありがとうございました。
There's our man. Oh crap.
Ow, bollocks.
That's right. I am Sakamoto. I heard you showed my boys a good time, so good in fact we are damn near out of the job. Hate to say it when your time's up. Rotten luck, that. Spare nothing, lads. Off him clean.
Here, I'll face you with guts and this gun I found.
Yes, literally this gun I was given today. The sharpshooter style. Ditch the close combat and pick off your opponents from afar, leaving you without a scratch and then howling in pain. Press triangle during a square combat to unleash a roaring fusillade. Press triangle to fire a special ammunition with deadly effects. No.
Not black blades or bullets, obviously.
Oh snap! You set them on fire.
And I curved the bullet.
Just press triangle.
No, you did one of those, like, rapid fire as you swing motions.
Wild dancer.
But yeah, I think the reason why is, like, gunpowder was a lot less refined, so it often traveled with the bullet back then and would be ignited upon contact with other things.
Ooh.
Not just the air.
Gun sword. Nice.
Whoa.
Press triangle to fire your gun.
Was evade during combo.
Okay.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby.
Yeah, press X to evade during a combo, then press X for it to start a new combo. Okay, so like your wild dancers like helps you reset a combo. Yeah, so you can get another setup in. No, I get that. Reminds me of a little bit of the trickster style from Devil May Cry 3.
For this game, I keep thinking we will see a boy with a sister in a box, his simpy blonde buddy, and a dude in a boar head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Took me a second. Inosuke's great.
Yeah.
He cannot get Tanjiro's name right to save his life.
Johannes
all.
Nakila. Maybe we'll see Man and Baby.
Man and Baby.
Man and baby?
Young Wolf and Cub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wild dancer. Yeah, no more. Yeah, no more XP. Anyways, back to the dojo.
He called me, so. Yeah, bollocks.
Of course, you know what this means. We need parkour.
Oh,
Wait.
hey!
Ishiki?
Yeah, the relative Nishiki equivalents for the period.
Okada Izo of the Tosa Loyalist Party.
Kazuhiro Nakaya, notorious as known as Izo the Butcher.
竹内先生はこいつがいきなり金の塔の筆頭を言うがじゃ。塔結成の苦労も知らんもんがどういて筆頭ながじゃ。筆頭は塔の第二席。
Let me guess. Someone named Izo the Butcher was,
Historical figure, yeah.
not a good guy?
Yeah. Kazuhiro Nakaya is best known as Menasor from Titan's Return and Power of the Primes. Eiji Umasaki from Kyokai Senki. Detective Kono in Magic Kaito, and voices Captain America in the Marvel Disc Wars and Future Avengers series.
He's gonna cut you down, man.
どうやらお前には手抜く必要がねえようだな。
DJ Tokyo, you know, seeing people use a gun and sword makes me think of the real-life gun blades that people tried to perfect, and unfortunately failed. Like, unfortunately, you don't really get better than a bayonet. Like, you need to have it primarily focused around the gun to support all the gun mechanics, but then, even then, with the impact of a blade on either flesh or metal, that can disrupt the mechanisms. Like, the best you're probably gonna get is just, like, gunbreakers in Final Fantasy XIV, because it's more a fantasy weapon than a real-life thing. They just only get to lasers, and then it really won't matter as much. It's like, what would you rather have? 2 weapons that do their assigned role really, really well, or 1 weapon that doesn't do either of its tasks as well as the individual one?
You can upgrade swordsman.
Granted, I still want to play as a gunbreaker when we get to Final Fantasy XIV.
You got him! Use what you know. Ow! You can always just shoot him.
Nah.
Dude, Tuco, I was hoping that when Izo drew his sword, Ryoma would just shoot him like in Indiana Jones. No, that only happens when when an enemy like constantly shows off their skills slashing in air instead of actually attacking, because then you punctuate that with the gunshot.
Yeah.
That's why that scene is so cool. It's not just that Indy shot the guy, it's because he did it after all that build-up as a subversion against expectations. Because gun is usually better in those kind of situations.
Also, supposedly during the shooting of that scene, the reason there was supposed to be like a big whole long drawn-out sword fight, but Harrison Ford who had dysentery or something that day, so
yeah,
he basically was just like, yeah, screw it.
Apparently, a lot of the crew got sick.
Considering the location shoots and the inconsistency of sanitary food quality back then, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Plus, local cuisine can sometimes upset people's
If you're not used to it.
stomachs. Yeah. You know, that works and that makes sense, and it's just like that scene is always sticks in my head because it's a good use of the subversion of expectations.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, that's right, go back to your mamas.
Because the key with subversion is to not overuse it. When you use it for everything, you come to expect it and it becomes frustrating.
Then it becomes the norm.
And then it becomes Game of Thrones. Yeah, I said it.
It's like it only works if you don't expect it. If you make everything a subversion, or if your story only is contingent on subversions, then once you know the subversion, it doesn't work as well. Or at all.
そんな彼らにとって金の塔は唯一の希望であり誇りとなってる
だからいきなり筆頭になった俺をやっかんだ
許してやってくれ彼らにも彼らなりの志があるだから俺は連中を金の塔に引き入れたどんな人間にもこの国の未来を考える資格があるはずだからな
未来か
さあその場にもさっさと虎の身分制度をぶっ壊して次の国づくりを考えないとななあ龍馬
難しい話はわかるねだが一つだけ分かったことがある
Do you play Way of the Samurai 3? No.
Never heard of it.
そして俺もまだまだ半端もんだってことだ
I just can't wait for us to get to unlock the DLC because
Stuff.
Yeah, I love RGG Studios DLC. It is always one of my favorites to go through.
Yeah, we looked at the listing of what the big DLC pack was, and it's like, wow, this is actually putting the money into it to make it worth it.
Yeah, and that was just for the deluxe edition upgrade.
So yeah, no more ability chance to upgrade right now. I think it's like the original Yakuza.
Yeah.
食ったな
You're not gonna eat the worm, are you?
I am not gonna eat the worm. I was just confused by it.
Are you gonna do the thing?
I'm gonna do the thing.
よしそれじゃあおやすさんのところに行こう
Let's go.
お前の準備はいいか
ああ行こ
城へは俺が案内しようついてきてくれ
And normally I wait around just get some stuff, but given that we're doing a stream, just to go forward.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, well, moving while holding L1 and R1 allows you to walk side by side with somebody.
強いやつ
Keep pace with them automatically. Hmm.
それにしてもお前さらに強くなったんじゃねえかその腕当てにしてるぜ なあ、子供の頃雨の日に鏡川で泳いだの覚えてるか？あの時お前ふんどし流されて大変なことになってたよな。懐かしいな。そういや、お前とこうして歩く。
Later that night,
Later, at the tool shed.
we're not going to the tool shed. The tool shed is full of danger and sadness and creepy horses.
城に登るのは生まれて初めてだ。見上げりゃいつ
It's also haunted.
そこにあったの。
Last time I went to a tool shed, Tim Allen was there haunting it.
帽子はみんなそうだ。
You could hear his bellow on the wind.
来たこと
See, this is where we cross references, because meanwhile, at the tool shed is a reference to one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged series.
I remember watching that back in the day before they stopped, because
It's like there were multiple Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged series. The one I'm remembering is Rame's Creator's one.
Yeah.
He died, that's why that one was discontinued. Yeah.
Poor guy.
I honestly thought it was the best of them, because it played more into the spirit without, like, remaking it into a rap battle series. Granted, I will always remember the joke, I have the power of George Michaels.
To be fair, invoking George Michael as a power is a very mighty move.
上司に白札合司に合司。そういった無意味な階級
Yeah, DJ Toku caught that one.
おやさん、金の塔はもう高知城包囲の準備はできています。いつ結婚しますか？
We have at least one person of culture in the chat.
わしは気が短いんでな。明日だ。そこで
We move tomorrow. We need to settle this.
随分急だな。
Wow, things are escalated quickly.
バカを言うな。
Well, I mean, if you're in between moves, then of course you want to settle it. You want to sell your old house. Especially in Japan, where for some reason, the property value decreases after you sell.
500 members. Whoa. Not a lot. I mean, for a small town.
老人たちの目にその姿を焼き付けろ。その後、城の中のことは
TTK Dagwan, something I wonder, would a subathon be possible? Is that not up your alley? Not sure what you mean by subathon.
Basically, like I think he's referring to like they're referring to a long stream where with the whole purpose of generating subscribers.
Like, we've done long streams before, it's been a while, like maybe when we do Final Fantasy XIV, because our kind of idea of that would be like day-long sessions. We'd take breaks, obviously, but, well, it would be nice for the channel to have more subscribers. It's just like it require the right subject material and a day where we're all free to, and where I'm not as busy as hell to like dedicate to it where I can't work on anything else. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, it's just whenever we've done longer streams, we have the problem of, for some reason, me falling asleep. And I don't know why it keeps happening. It's like, if you look back to right after we moved in together in 2018, where we did Diablo 3, there were several times where, for some reason, I could not stay awake, even though I was fine after we stopped playing the game. Or when I would try to do longer streams before that, like when we were trying to do Cyber Sleuth and try to do longer streams, and for some reason I kept falling asleep, and I don't know why it was happening.
そういう問題じゃねえだろ、龍馬。おやさん、どういうつもりなんですか？
二人とも勘違いしているようなので言っておく。わしの真の考えは誰だ？
Ninja!
Plus, it's also kind of an intention thing for the audience, like, past a certain point... Like, past a certain point after 2 to 3 hours, just people's attention starts to wane, and, oh hey, smart person with the blade-protecting gauntlets. Chainmail.
Oh.
And it's important to remember for a lot of this stuff, for Japanese historical context, is that medals were a lot rarer in the country, so things like chainmail were not as immediately available simply due to material scarcity versus, you know, Europe, which had a lot of iron and rare metal deposits where they could make heavier blades and more elaborate armor more frequently, whereas actual metal armor in Japan was reserved for like generals and royalty and high nobles who could actually afford the materials. So chainmail like that, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility, but someone having it is a indicator that this was formal and funded.
Oh no.
Dang it!
Framed for murder again!
I didn't do it, man! Escape the castle.
Johannes, not just more, but better quality as well. Yeah, because a lot of the metal folding you see in the forging of katanas of the era were simply because they had to get all the impurities out of it through more and more processing of the metal, which, again, takes time and craftsmanship to get right. But yeah, it's why you see a lot of like heavier samurai armor more designed with wood in mind, or you got like Jimba Ori, which were light samurai armor that were more dependent on leather inserts, or rather hardened leather inserts, and other forms of buttressing against blades that didn't require metal straight up.
So it looks like when you're the more you use a certain style, you get like, you know,
points in it.
Yeah, experience orbs. Then, so like you have your general level up orbs, and then you'll have like your style orbs.
But yeah, I think the metal quality and the metal scarcity are like combined issues. Like pure metal was scarce, so you had to rarefy the not as pure stuff to just get the metal you needed. You know, scarcity causing one problem and solutions the other.
Oh, that's how much special ammo you got.
And I pulled out my gun!
Ow! You probably want a wild dancer.
Dance. Dance all night.
Remember what you've learned.
All lessons fly out the window.
I didn't study for this test.
You studied?
Yeah, didn't you? That was a terrible study year.
It depends on the attention span thing. Whether it was something I was invested in.
Maybe you set it on fire?
Or maybe walk around him. You know, go through the room in the middle, see if you can get behind him.
Or we just shoot
you just shoot him dead when he pulls the weapon away.
He's not dead. I just shot him really hard.
Well, you see, you'll never see it coming.
Oh shit. Whew.
DJ Toku is asking us if we've seen One Piece film Red. We have not seen One Piece film Red yet.
I want to see it though. I heard it was really good.
I can swap out the orbs.
Yeah, so basically when you get like... So I guess the general idea is that you have your level up orbs, like that are just general experience, but if you want to use your specific style orbs, then you can reserve your level up, those general orbs for later.
Or you can, like, higher quality you can swap out the arms you input earlier for ones you get of higher quality later to create an even stronger stat gain.
Yep.
Oh, stats versus leveling. Why can't you be paired?
And obviously, as you level up your skill trees, you'll be able to, like, unlock more heat moves. And also that overhead swing thing, like, it seems obviously easy to counter, but you gotta understand, back in the day, there was, like, a method to the madness of everything.
There are 9 vital points and 8 ways to orient yourself to strike. It's like, obviously, with most sword styles, you want to focus yourself on one collection of motions that can be flowing together to avoid openings for your opponent to strike you, because once you get cut, you're basically done.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking the rooms for
items. Yeah, totally understand. Totally understand.
Open the door. You probably did not need to shoot the door open.
Probably not.
Open the door, get on the floor.
You got a gun!
Everybody walk the dinosaur. Well, that softened him up.
You got it! I win! I have a gun!
No, you forgot to shout bang, bang, bang a bunch of times.
Bang, 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 bang! I got you! You're dead, Kevin!
Yano.
Yano. You totally missed!
The worst thing is they're attacking the wrong guys, so all these people are getting hurt for no reason.
Adjust your handling armored enemies. When fighting armored enemies, it is best to stick with the swordsman or wild dancer styles. Armored enemies are resistant to standard bullets, so using normal rounds and gunman style will not deal much damage. Instead, focus on tactics that let you pierce or destroy armor, such as special ammunition or various swordsman abilities. So, and wild dancer lets you like set people on fire, so... Or you can just do that. It was the style ranking at the time.
You're down to one opponent. It makes sense to go wild dancer on their asses.
What? Kill.
DJ Toku, swords are rule of cool, but I prefer a spear or halberd in melee fight.
Oh, Dachi!
Well, yeah, that's because the staff is the master of the battlefield, and the spear and halberd are just putting a pointy blade at the end of one. Or sometimes both ends. Or making this stick just pointy.
You'll probably get an explanation for how equipment really works and stuff, but you can actually level up some stuff.
Joey Nakao, call your hit, it's good sportsmanship.
Mm-hmm. Alright. You've got sold.
They stole my joke that I haven't actually put in it. Well, I put it in videos, but none of those videos have gotten on YouTube yet.
They didn't steal your... Did they really steal it?
I've got Soul as a recurring running gag for the Rock Band Access videos because Soul unisons.
So you got soul power?
Yeah.
You got a little bit of jazz.
And yes, we know it's a reference to the Killer's song, all these things I've done, but it still works. All these things I've done is that one that starts, I've got soul, but I'm no soldier, for people who don't know the Killers. Which I would be surprised if the people in the audience don't, considering they were pretty popular for a while. Not sure if they're still popular. I haven't heard a lot from them recently.
They're still around.
I know
they have recently released an album. I just don't know if it was from this year or. Yep. Oh, you got 2 more training orbs. Training blorbs. Wild Strike extension. And you have 1 more orb you can use.
Well, you've almost completed 1 ring. You have 4 more to go.
And you'll become this Lord of the Ring.
Also, there's lock orbs, so yeah, more and more I look at that, it is the sphere grid. Which, as I said, both my ye old videos of Final Fantasy X and more recently this stream, I like the sphere grid in Final Fantasy X. Less so in 10 too, but that was more built around the dress sphere mechanics anyways.
Like, look at his style. Apparently this is actually more true to life of what Ryoma Sakamoto would actually do. You know, like utilizing, you know, both modern and ancient techniques.
Yeah. Like, if you look at his Rurouni Kenshin incarnation of Saito Hajime, or, I don't think they're the same person, but this Ryoma is acting as Saito. Neither here nor there. He more dependent on thrusting techniques.
Thrust.
Yeah, this isn't supposed to be perfectly one-to-one to real-life counterparts. It's just, you know, Yakuza story, but ancient.
Right.
Not ancient, but
it's definitely historical fiction.
Yeah.
Leave.
Where it's not 100% accurate to what really happened, but it's enough right to get. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Who could possibly be behind this attack?
Yeah. Yeah, usually the way Yakuza like, for those who aren't aware, in the Yakuza or like a Dragon series, the way the plots unfold is that there's an inciting incident that seems simple at first, but as you play through the game, you come to learn that the simple event was actually more complicated than it first appeared to be.
I would say complex, not complicated, but yes.
Yeah. Like, for example, in Yakuza 0, the inciting incident is just people want to get a plot of land that's, like, really small and innocuous.
And then it just escalates.
Yeah.
And the escalation is what makes the stories interesting.
Because it's like, it's all coming from a logical chain of events. Oh shit. You got this.
DJ Toku, correct me if I'm wrong, but a katana's not that great for thrusting attacks. It depends on the style and the make of the blade. Some katana are straighter edged than others. It depends on the curve. Like, the more curved it is, the more it's meant for slashing and not stabbing. You can see in some of the movements that it is capable of a thrusting attack.
I think you're going to be wanting to utilize your more heavy attacks.
Or gun. There you go.
Outstyle his butt. You don't do too bad. Oh, you might want to...
Yeah. Health up.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a moment.
Alrighty.
Yep, and then you can use that training ore for, like, something else.
Brawler, probably.
Whatever you feel like is most important to you at the time.
This guy's tough, though.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Let's see. Oh, damn!
Circle!
Oh, I should pause. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna wait till Davis gets back because I want to make sure he sees this. So, how's everyone doing?
How are you doing?
Me?
I'm gonna eat your brain. Hail Satan. Oh, don't worry. If John dies, then we can always just clone him again. We got a basement full of them.
No, we got a sub-basement.
Oh, yeah, sure. We have a sub basement.
Anyways, I figured you probably hit a cutscene.
Yep.
Look at that sword stance.
Oh, damn. Oh!
This guy's good.
Man, there must have been oil in that.
Mm.
So yeah, you got off a boat, you met your adopted father, reconnected with your brother, and your adopted dad's dead.
All in all, bit of a bad Tuesday.
Actually, no, it's worse.
It's Monday.
Yes.
I have suspicions, but I'm gonna keep them to myself.
And John, we've played enough of these games to know that, like, when you get a suspicion of something, you're probably correct, but there's also more to it than...
Because nothing is ever easy.
Yep.
Not only is nothing ever easy, it's like nothing is ever as it appears to be. And the depths of madness and sadness that can permeate throughout man is, like, crazy. One of the elders was found out and sent an assassin. Assassino!
Unless...
You have to find out who this masked man was.
Unless... What if he purchased fast food and disguised it as his own cooking?
God! That's it! That's it! That's it! No!
No, Steam hands for you! No, Steam hands for you!
Bad! Bad! I have half a mind to chuck a pillow at you.
But you have to admit, this was a rather unforgivable.
That's it!
You didn't cause the stream to go off, did she?
No.
You have chosen violence today, good sir!
Worth it.
I'm sorry.
And then the building explodes. I'm just imagining them. Oh jeez.
We should just clip that or something, like, just Just like me tossing a pill at your face.
俺はここまでみたいだ。
あと少し山を下ればアワだ。追っても藩の外までは追ってこない。
お前一人で行け。俺はここに残って役人に事情を説明する。おやっさんを殺したのは俺たちじゃないだな。
The authorities. I don't believe you.
そんな話が通用する相手じゃ
I'm
な
the
い。
government. I'm the government.
I mean, there is currently a revolution going on, so...
お前が生き残れるならそれでいい。
兄弟。
東洋のおやっさんは死んだが金のとは死んじゃいねえ。
Plus, back then, you could actually disappear more easily because
You
Yeah.
really could. Yes, you know, technology had.
金のとを引
they didn't exactly have photography.
Yep.
Yeah.
The best you had was artistic depictions, and those could very wildly.
Yes, we have discovered who killed this man, this leader of the Loyalist Party, and we believe he'll look like this. And it just holds up a picture of a stick figure.
We believe the assailant was some form of mummy, as we've ordered the Egyptian wing of the museum destroyed. Would have been better had I not lobbed the line.
You really would have.
No, I know who killed him. It was a butterfly.
は土佐に必要だ。こんなところで死んじゃならねえ。
龍馬、お前。
藩の連中は俺一人を追ってる。あんたがあの場にいたことは誰にも知られていない。兄弟も勤王党もおやっさんの死とは無関係ってことだ。
The loyalists failed to save the country.
父さん、おやっさんの意志をあんたに託した。
Oh, look, an angry mob!
追っては来たようだな。
Hooray!
おい、龍馬。お前どうする気だ。おい。
Look, the entire reason angry mobs brought torches back in the day is because they needed something to light their way. They weren't to set the bodies on fire.
And also to ward off any rampaging Frankensteins.
Get Ryoma Sakamoto. He's the one this angry mob should be after.
You're right, Frankenstein.
我が三世吉田東洋様を殺した男やな。死に許せ。
Yeah, see, it's not like they were using those against him. They just needed the light.
And then they just toss them.
At least say something in your defense, dude.
世の人は我を何とも言わば言え。我がなすことは我のみぞ知る。天地神明に誓って言う。俺は吉田東洋を殺していない。
この後に及んで貴様。
だがあんたらにそれを信じてもらおうとも思わない。だから俺は土佐を抜ける。どんな汚名を着ようと生きて絶対に犯人を突き止める。
何を。
土佐兄弟たちよ、また会いたじゃ。
Like, why would a person who actually did it say this?
Well, you
I
gotta...
mean, yeah, there's the running part of it, which makes it suspicious, but...
Also, you gotta understand, back then, people were, well, you know...
Not genre savvy, yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, everybody back then was just more quick to, like, see a guy at the scene and think they did it. You know?
I would think the physical evidence of his sword not having blood on it would have been the tip-off, but... Because that was a thing back then.
Yeah, but also, again, angry mobs, the times and stuff,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah. So.
And it's like, past the original point of contact, it would have been a self-defense argument.
So what time is it now?
We are an hour and 45 in, so we can go for another 15 minutes to a half hour.
Okay.
So let's go for another 15.
Yeah, let's see where we end up.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
江戸での剣術修行を終え、故郷に戻ってきた坂本龍馬。
Again, I have my suspicions on who the culprit is, but I will not say anything. Especially if people want to go through this game themselves. Support, because, and that's all I can say. Support RGG Studio.
Yeah,
They are one of the best.
Like, there's a reason I ended up picking up most of the Yakuza games after John played a bunch of them in previous years.
I still have to play Yakuza 6 and Yakuza 5 and Yakuza 4, and I have to finish Yakuza 3.
Plus, Yakuza 8 is coming pretty soon.
Yeah. And
Oh yeah,
also, Yakuza Like a Dragon was like a legit great game.
it really was a good passing the torch story to the next generation.
And like I said earlier in the stream, I have a review of the movie that's going to go up later this year.
My personal thought on the movie, which is, after having seen it, I don't consider it a good adaptation of the...
It has its moments, though.
It has moments, but I feel it's very incomplete.
Oh, the man named Saito Hajime.
Yeah, this is where he goes for the name change.
1 year later.
And
Yo.
Yo.
The streets.
In the streets, man.
The streets are alive with the sound of music.
No, they're alive with the sound of gunfire. How do you not know this?
Man, this looks a lot like the Toei backlot sets for feudal events.
What's that? You want to invoke another Toei Tokusatsu time travel plot?
I mean, sometimes they just go to Old Town and have it.
I am not Ryomo Sakamoto. Sakamitai. I am Saito Hajime, man.
お昼の準備できたんだ。はい、大丈夫です。あ、それやったらそろそろ2階の寝ボスさんが起こしてきて。まだどうすか？ご飯時守ってもらわんと全然片付かんしね。悪いけど頼むわ。
Inn or board house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
ちょっとはじめさん、いつまで寝とんの？
And if he's up all night.
もう起きなはれ。
Whack him awake.
はよ、起きてって。
No, Mom, I'm not waking up.
また朝までお酒？そないなお金あったら。 宿賃払ってもらわんと。
おりょうちゃん、もうおっとき。はじめさん、宿賃はきっちり帳簿につけとるさかい。逃がしゃしまへんえ。
またおかみさんはうまいこと言うて。さあ、はよお昼にして。
出かける。
は？お昼はどないすんの？
悪いがいい。 サイコロが俺を呼んでんだよ。今日も帰りは遅くなる。夕飯の用意はしないでいい。
けど、別にそれかて宿代安うなったりしまへんからね。
And if your rent includes board, might as well take it.
Mm-hmm. Inventory.
Yeah, there should be a dash between the A and the Y. Terada ya. Terada in. All the stuff. You backed out before changing the clothes.
I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't have any of the...
Oh, I see. It's locked specific events still.
Yep.
It's like, I'm pretty sure the game will flag you for when you have DLC you can claim. This is a nice little inn, though.
Look at all the umbrellas over there.
出かけるんやったら気ぃつけや。あんたみたいな素性の怪しいご浪人がうろうろしてはると。
新選組の連中に切られるだろ。
そう。まったく今日の治安を守るためや言うけど、ちょっと怪しい言うだけで手当たり次第や。幕府が新選組作ってからこっち、町中血生臭くてかなわんわ。
そうだな。
博打やらお酒飲むために出歩いて殺されちゃ。親もなくんとちゃう
Dead in the street, owing a life debt.
余計な
I'm just imagining, Akita Soji showing up with, like, oh, what's that thing in your shirt? Doesn't it say kill Ryoma Sakamoto on your,
宿代を取りっぱぐれるからな
you know, like, kill Bart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
先に言うし。
Shin Ryoma Sakamoto. Shin Ryoma Shin.
No,
yeah,
no. She.
She.
It's like the Ryo the.
And who speaks Japanese could be an evil man.
No, for Rio. For.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Yeah. The Bart. The.
He's become a bum.
Alright, I'm out of sight.
Drop the act.
Yep.
DJ Tuggers, when will we get the ability to choke a man with your own belt?
Ouch.
Quick, loot the corpse.
なかなかやるじゃねえか。
Ah, challenging dojos.
いやあんたらが弱すぎるだけだ
Oh!
Get roasted!
どうも俺の見込み
You just got Ryoma. No one's safe.
You think you can insult our school? Yes, I can.
Why is there a Pepsi truck coming down the street?
Probably because they were looping around from Luigi's Pizza on the corner.
相手してくれや
Other corner.
相手してやってもいいが
Yeah, we're about a couple blocks from a few food places, so that's probably why.
聞きたいこと
Pepsi Man!
Hey, John, don't involve Pepsi Man. He's gonna break into the house and then kidnap you.
Oh god, what if that game got put on PlayStation Network?
江戸の
What if all PlayStation games became Pepsi Man?
What if all Pepsi Man became Pepsi?
柔術
Ugh.
小武道も節
I still love Gerard's review of Pepsi Man.
How Pepsi Man turns Ted into,
Poor Ted into a Pepsi. It's like, oh god!
And the punchline at the end where he's so sick of Pepsi that a bunch of Coke products are in the background.
Yeah.
I can fully understand that.
ああやっぱり無駄足だったな
おい待てや。ここに来たこと後悔すんのはまだ早すぎるぜ。なあ。せっかく道場まで来たんじゃねえ。
Quick, throw the sword at them.
たっぷり稽古つけてやる。ありがたく思えや。
I think after
boy.
this fight, then we can call it.
Yep, I was thinking that. But these guys.
Dojo Men.
Dojo Men!
Dojo Man!
And that's the weirdest Sentai scene.
What, Dojo Man?
Dojo Men.
Yeah. And, hey, at least it's better than Dodo Man. Yeah, Dodo Man never really took off because the main characters kept dying every episode.
They were all hunted to extinction by the bloodthirsty Dutch hunters.
When will the Dutch ever learn?
Not everything goes in their ovens.
You gotta learn to become a swordsman, John. You can't just swing wildly. You gotta learn how to block. You need a dip, you need a duck, you need a dodge. And you need to dodge again.
Why didn't you dodge? Blah.
ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC.
And then we're flagged, even though we sang the song.
We sang poorly. Oh, look, an information broker.
Well, he looks suspicious.
Yes, if I don't look suspicious, then you can't become an information broker.
Crow?
これでもカラスの銀次で取ってる男
Inji the Crow.
そのぐらいわからねえと情報屋なんて務まりませんよ。ところで今日は何か収穫はありましたか？いや、今日も外れだ。
We have reason to believe he is suspect.
天然理心流の使い手ってことだけだ。今日にいるとすれば、この手の道場が臭いと思ったんだがな。この何ヶ月かで、あらかた今日の道場は見たんじゃないですか？ああ、だがこのやり方はもう手詰まりだ。そっちは何かつかめたか？いえ、何分天然理心流は無名の稲
An obscure martial art from the countryside.
今日にその使い手が来ているって話、本当に確かなんですか？
That's a fair point. And if you saw what the emblem on his guards was.
Yeah, yeah.
So he has been tracking all.
Like, and that's the other thing back then. Like, tracking people was even harder to do. Like, you'd only have to go after, like, rumors and whispers and, like...
It takes so much longer. They could die in that time.
Like, I finally found you, the man who killed my father, and oh, you died of a heart attack.
It's kind of the appeal to stories back then. It's because it's like you would have to go on one long, massive quest instead of to deal with it yourself, instead of say police who would have all those resources up front if they were doing their job correctly.
The police were not doing their job correctly. Oh, who's this guy?
Look, how many times can you destroy a dojo before they give you what you want?
I'm gonna eat John's brain.
Nope.
No, I'm gonna eat your brain. Let me eat your brain, you meanie. Yeah. I pulled your finger.
Didn't work. So, I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think we're good. You're already level 9.
I love how the brawler's default image is just kick up. I like this system because, like, once you you have your general level up orbs that you can use to gain abilities for the short term, and then when you actually have the correct style orbs, then you can swap them out.
Alright, so we're gonna call it there. We're almost at exactly 2 hours. Thanks everybody for coming by. We will be back to hopefully finish Ratchet & Clank next week. I don't know if we're at the last stages or not, but yeah, we'll be...
And then once you're done with Ratchet & Clank, can I have a turn?
Yes, you will absolutely have your turn to play. What you want? What you thinking?
Oh, I already know. Dun 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 dun.
Twilight Princess. Okay, so Twilight Princess may be in 2 weeks, depending on whether we get Ratchet and Clank done. So, yep. See you guys later.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.